Hello guys and welcome back to the TheRS Weekly Podcast sponsored by sixmedia.co.uk. We've got me, Reese.
Me, Sam.
And me, Adam.
How are we doing?
Alright, mate.
Spot on.
Yeah, well, glad to know you're alright.
Yes, thank you.
Should we let the guys the good news?
Yeah, maybe.
Go on then.
We are now on Spotify, guys. Woo! Yeah. 1, 2, 3, crowd cheer.
Yep.
We do, we are going to post a link to our social media page on the Facebook page. We're going to post a link that can take you straight to all the episodes that we've done so far. Been working pretty hard on getting that done today.
Yeah.
Massive thanks to Sam for putting up with my grumpy ass.
Well done, boys.
Yeah. Cheers, Adam. Adam contributed from afar.
It's been a big grind light, but we got it there in the end.
Yeah, definitely, mate. So, in this episode, guys, we're going to quickly run through our results on the predictor. We're going to get into predicting the remaining Premier League fixtures. We have the return of the quiz.
Once again.
Return of the quiz.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we've got the return of the quiz, and we're going to quickly give our opinions on the relegation and the battle for fourth spot. Does that sound any good, gentlemen?
It does, mate.
Sounds good to me. We've got a lot to rattle through tonight.
Yes, we have. So let's crack on without further ado. So, the first game of the predictor was Norwich versus Burnley on Saturday tea time. Finished 2-0 Burnley. So, with this one, you and Sam both take a point, ads.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I was pretty close. I was one goal out. But yeah, you two mopped a point up on that one.
Yep.
Yeah, happy with that. I mean, I think from all of our predictions, we predicted the right result.
Yeah.
Nothing really surprised us in that game. Norwich obviously already confirmed as being relegated. We didn't really think they'd put up much against Burnley in this last game. So
If I remember rightly, I think Norwich got 2 men sent off as well.
Yeah, they had two. They had 2 men
minutes.
sent off in the first half, which pretty much kills the game.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite surprised Burnley didn't go on and score more than 2. To be fair, but I don't really think it mattered. Burnley always looked in control, really.
Yeah.
2-0 was enough, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, 2-0. Good result for Burnley, which put them into 9th place.
Good season.
Yeah, good season, mate.
Very good
Norwich
season.
now rooted to the bottom of the league, 13 points from safety, even though they're already relegated. Should we go move on to the next game, gentlemen?
Yeah, sure, mate.
Yeah. The next game was on Sunday, and it was Bournemouth against Southampton. Southampton running out 2-0 winners away from home.
Winning the local derby.
Yeah, bit of a local derby there. I went for 2-1 Bournemouth. Shame on me. You went 3-1 Sam, and Adam said 3-0. So you weren't far out, ads.
Not far off,
On
yeah.
that one.
Again, a couple, not really too surprising. It was a decent game, to be fair. Southampton again relying on good old Danny Ings to bag another.
Yeah, definitely, mate. They've done very well, to be fair, since they've come back from lockdown. They definitely look one of the fittest sides I've seen. They look really physically fit and fired up, to be fair. I think they wanted to end the season well, and 12th place for them from where they was is a pretty respectable finish. Obviously, barring one game left, but...
Yeah, they've had some good results recently. The draw against Man United, I think, was quite a good result for them. Beating Man City not too long ago as well. I think Southampton would have liked to have done a little bit better this season, but from where they were.
Yeah, I think in the grand scheme of things, when you look at the whole season, I think they've done well to finish 12th. They can only finish as high as 11th anyway.
Yeah.
If they win the last game, they'd still be 1 point behind Arsenal. So, to be fair, a pretty respectable finish, as we say, from where they was. Bournemouth, crippling result for Bournemouth, really.
Yep.
Not looking good for them.
I think if results don't go their way on Sunday as well, they get relegated.
Well, the problem is with Bournemouth, Sam, they're relying on other teams now.
Yeah.
They're relying on Aston Villa to concede at least 2 goals and not score any.
Yeah.
They're also counting on... Well, they've got the same goal difference as Watford, so that is going to be squeaky bum time for Eddie Howe.
It'd be such a shame to see Bournemouth down as well.
Yeah, it will.
But
I think it just... The problem is they've not been good enough all season. They've had key players missing at key times. Never helps, does it, when you're a squad that size? Shall we move on, gentlemen?
Yeah, let's get on to the next one, mate.
Yep. The next game being Spurs 3, Leicester 0. I said 2-2 for this one. Sam, you said 2-1 Leicester, and Adam, you said 1-0 Leicester.
Pretty wrong, weren't we, really?
Yeah.
I was a little bit surprised. I thought Leicester would have done a lot better than that. To concede 3, especially in the first half as well. The way that Leicester have been playing, and obviously on the flip side of it, how Tottenham have been playing, they haven't been particularly wonderful. I mean, they beat Newcastle 3-1, but it wasn't a 3-1 result. A little bit surprised, but a couple more goals for Harry Kane, proving again that he is probably one of the better strikers in the division.
Yeah, 100%.
Hopefully he'll do the same in an England shirt when we need him to
Next year.
Yeah, I hope so. I think he's definitely... I don't really think there can be much doubt on Harry Kane's pedigree as a centre-forward, and I think he is one of the best in Europe. He consistently bangs at least 15, 20 goals in every season. I think the only reason he hasn't reached that target this year is because of injury.
Yeah.
So, not really a lot you can say about Harry Kane. He does what he's paid to do. Spurs, to be fair, they've looked average recently, but I think that's a good result against Leicester, although Leicester have been poor since the restart. They've not picked up nowhere near as much points as they should have done, which is a bit of a shame, really. But, yeah, no one got any points on that one.
Nope. No point.
So, we move on to Monday's game. There was 3 games on Monday. Sam, you picked up another point in this one, mate.
Yeah.
Brighton 0, Newcastle United 0. I said 1-1. You said 0-0, Sam. And Adam, you said 2-0 to the Black and Whites.
It was such a boring game to watch.
Yeah.
I think the only interesting thing about it was Richie calling the linesman name.
That
was literally the only good thing about
what a
the game.
honking game of football.
Boring game.
Terrible.
I knew it would be a boring game with Newcastle not scoring many goals and Brighton just...
The same.
not
Yeah,
scoring
Brighton,
many
to be
goals
fair, I think they're mathematically safe now.
Yeah, both teams.
I did expect a little bit better, though, from both teams, really. I thought it'd be a little bit better contest than that. It was just cancelling each other out all the time.
To be fair to Brighton, they did they were all over Newcastle all game. Newcastle just couldn't do anything.
They're quite a threat from corners, Brighton.
Yeah.
They've got quite a lot of tall players in there, and for the first half, with us having Dwight Gale up front on his own, he's for a little lad, he can hold the ball up, but when you're playing against the players that Brighton have got at the back and the size of him, it's just no contest really, and I don't think really Almiron or
St Maximin, they didn't do anything really.
That's it. It wasn't really.
I mean, I was at work and I was watching glimpses of him. St Maximin didn't really look like he was doing what he normally does.
It wasn't a very interesting game to watch, to be fair. So I think the least said about that, there's not a lot to say. Really.
It's one of them games that if it was on Super Sunday, you'd turn it over, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
So no points in that one, guys. Moving on to the next game.
Oh, I got a point in that game.
Sam got a point.
Don't you be getting away with that. I got a point in that.
I tried to get away with that.
Yeah, I got a point in that.
So, moving on to the next game. Sheffield United 0, Everton 1. I said 1-1 for this game. You said 1-0, Sam, and Adam said 2-1 Sheffield United.
Who did I say 1-0 to?
Sheffield United. To be honest, a game that lacked a bit of quality. I managed to watch bits of this. It was a game that lacked quality, really. Richarlison took his goal well. On the replay, I think Henderson should have actually done a bit better on trying to parry the ball out. It wasn't that far away from him. It was a good header, mind. Apart from that, there wasn't a great lot to report in that game because it wasn't the best.
No, I mean, having a quick look at the stats here, it was 50.6 to 49.4% possession, so a very even game. 8 shots for Sheffield United, none on target, 5 for Everton, 2 on target. It's not a massively heavy scoring game when you've only got that many shots on target from each team. To be fair, I was a little bit surprised the way Sheffield United have been playing. They have been really challenging the top 6 really for a lot of the season, but they're in 8th. Even if they win the last game, they're not going to overtake Tottenham.
They can't bet Europa League now, can they?
So, and again, for Everton, even if they win their last game, they're going to catch Arsenal. So, it's one of them games where it's turned out that, there's not going to be much movement for either team.
I think in the grand scheme of things, I know Sheffield United will be disappointed to not get into Europe after how they've played, but when you look, you've got to take that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For your first season back in the Premier League,
to finish 8th is great, and they've not spent huge amounts of money. Not like the likes of what Fulham did and what Aston Villa have done this year. They've just played the ball well. They've done something something slightly different to other teams, and it's worked for them. So.
Overlapping centre halves, eh?
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see the day.
No, me neither.
So pretty dry result for us. That no points. And the last game on Monday night, Wolverhampton Wanderers against Crystal Palace.
That's where Adam picked.
Picked up another point.
Another point.
I said 2-1 Wolves, so I was 1 goal out. Sam said 4-1 Wolves, and Adam said 2-0. To be honest with you, Wolves never really looked in danger of losing that game. I think it was like 5 or 6 minutes worth of highlights, and apart from one shot by Jeffrey Schlupp when he goes through 1-on-1 on the left side of the box, there wasn't really a lot else. I think Crystal Palace, we said it on the last pod, I think they've literally been in beach towel mode, haven't they?
Yeah, they're ready for an holiday.
It's a shame to see Palace finish like that, because Roy Hodgson's taking a lot of unnecessary flack, I think, when it's not him that plays. That's his strongest team available, what he's playing now.
Yeah.
Palace's biggest problem is they need a striker.
That's
their biggest problem.
They've got Sorloth, who scored 26
goals and
27
more
goals in Turkey this year
than what Palace have altogether.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
He's got more goals this season in all competitions than Palace have in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
And when you've got players like Zaha, Benteke, Ayew and Townsend, you should be scoring more goals.
100%.
No, definitely. I think Wilfried Zaha, as good as I think he is, he needs to add more goals to his game.
It is something that he has lacked a lot of.
Yeah.
He needs to be up there dragging the team on. He needs to be getting 15 goals a season. There's other teams out there who've got those players that can do that, and you'd think out of the bunch of players, he looks like the one that's going to do it for him, but he just seems to go missing a little bit, and the end product isn't quite there yet.
Yeah,
He's got a lot of talent.
No, he has, definitely. What would be my worry is if Zaha does go this summer, one, how much money they're going to get for him, and two, who the hell are they going to get to replace him?
Yeah.
Because I think Palace could be in a big trouble.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what happens with Sorloth when he comes back. I mean, if he comes back and starts scoring, then they're sorted out of there. They've got someone who can not so much replace him, but at least take some goal scoring out. But yeah, you wonder who they're going to keep, because they've not looked particularly great all season. They've not been one of the most exciting teams to watch. They do need to have a real big adjustment in that squad, get rid of some of what I will class as the dead wood, and bring some
definitely
better players in to help the Zahas and the Townsend be able to be more creative and help win games.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I agree. Anything to add on that, Sam?
No, mate. Just to clear what Adam said, if Sorloth can.
Sloth.
I know, Sloth.
Sloth. Sid.
If
Just
he
call
can-
him Sid,
yeah.
mate.
If
Just call him
he
Sid the Sloth.
If Hodgson can get him scoring goals, mate, then you're laughing. And then just clear up with yours.
I think Sorloth just looked out of sorts. He didn't look ready for the Premier League at the time, and I think this loan spell might do him a bit of good. Get used to scoring regular goals again. It gives you a bit of confidence, doesn't it, when you come back, I guess?
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming that Palace will give him a shot at some point. They can't just have a player out on loan and not.
If you scored that many goals,
surely you're asking yourself questions. Why is he not playing?
I'd be very surprised if Hodgson doesn't give him a shot next season.
yeah, it'd be good to see him. Good to see Palace getting some more goals, really.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
Palace don't
mate.
get another striker next season, they could be in trouble. If Zaha goes as well, they could be well down there next season.
Yeah,
I think
potentially.
that's probably a fair comment there.
Yeah.
Fair comment.
So that rounds up the predictor section for
Ah,
those games from
does.
Saturday to Monday.
There was.
A couple of points for me and Sam.
We
Yeah.
got 2 points.
Now-
Yeah, if we could quickly
How many
move
How
on.
many
points
points
that'd
did
be
you get,
great.
Reece?
I didn't ask that.
No, we
says- I
was
said-
asking that.
No, we was asking how many points you got.
Answer my question first. Can we quickly move on to
We'll quickly move on with Reese's no
Yeah,
points.
so I got 2. you
Nil
got
points.
2,
Grand
and Reece got how
Britannia?
many? None.
Right, on to Sunday. So, all teams kick off at 4 p.m. on Sunday.
How's it far, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Last
it is.
game of the season.
Yes, the final day.
Will be very interesting watching this.
Yeah.
Obviously, only one team has currently been relegated, so 2 more spots being fought out for. Really, with 3 teams and 3 very interesting games. So we will kick off with our predictions with Arsenal versus Watford.
Tough game, this.
Yeah, it's a tough game for Watford.
They've not looked particularly great in the last few games.
Where's
No.
that? It should be set, Arsenal.
It's at Arsenal.
What worries me is with them getting rid of Pearson and leaving Hayden Mullins right up shit creek without a paddle. I don't really understand that.
No.
I could go on all night about that sacking. I'm not going to.
Yeah, we've already had our rant about it.
I'm going to kick off the predictor straight off, and I'm going to say 2-1 to Arsenal,
2-1 to Arsenal.
which will leave Watford to go down.
Yes, that would put Watford definitely down. Sam, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go 2-1, but I'm going to go 2-1 Watford.
You got 2-1 Watford. Okay.
Put money on it, sorry.
I can't see Watford scoring against Arsenal. So I'm going to go 3-0 Arsenal.
Ooh,
Big and bold.
Big
I
and
like that.
The man himself.
No, to be honest, it's a pretty feasible result. I could see all of them happening, to be
Yeah.
honest. You never know with final day.
Depends what day
In the
turn-
Premier League.
Exactly, mate. It's the final day. Anyone can turn up.
I think what's going to help these teams stay up, the ones that are in the relegation zone, is the fact that they haven't got fans on the back and they haven't got that atmosphere to kind of, because it can turn very negative or it can turn very positive.
It's strange because in previous years you've seen sections of the crowd reacting to results or goals in other games.
Yeah.
Which
Definitely.
which would have a huge impact because whilst you're playing, yes, all right, the technical team might have it on the phone or whatever and be getting updates. But when you're on the pitch, you know, if you can hear a section of the crowd cheering and nothing's going on in your game, you've got to think
You've got to blank it out, haven't you?
that is a good thing for
Yeah.
your team because Watford, even if Watford win, you know, they're not necessarily safe.
No.
Because if Aston Villa win, it's down to then goal difference between them two teams or whatever happens in Bournemouth. So it's really tight.
I have Villa not win.
So,
Can't stand Villa.
so being technically behind closed doors, it could add to the players' like anticipation really and their nerves because they don't know what's gone on until that final whistle goes.
Yeah, potentially. You just don't know how they're going to react, do you? We've never had a situation like this before, so it is totally new to everybody, really.
But yeah, looking forward to the last day of the season.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Right, Burnley versus Brighton.
Oh, God.
I think with this game, I know Reece what I'm going to say. I think both teams are going to play young kids in this game because they're both safe. They're both pretty much guaranteed their spot. They're going to play kids, 100%. I know you ain't going to like it, but it's going to happen. It's the same as when we get on to a few more games in a minute. They're going to play the kids, mate.
I don't know. I don't know as Burnley and Brighton are the sort of teams that would do that. They might do. Like you say, they've not really got anything to fight for. Brighton are safe; they can't go down. Burnley are really just fighting it out for those last, 8, 9, and 10 with Sheffield United and Arsenal, depending on their results. I can't see it be a very interesting game. I'm going to go with a one-all draw.
Same. I'm going 1-1 as well, mate.
Reece?
0-0.
0-0.
No, we've all gone for a draw.
All gone for a draw.
You watch that bit of one game.
That'd be the one game.
5-4 or something. You watch.
Finishes 6-5, 3 red cards.
Managers fighting on sideline.
Definitely.
Well, I'll be honest. If I was Graham Potter, I wouldn't fancy my chances against Sean Dyche. I wouldn't fancy my chances, like.
Right.
What's the next one?
Chelsea's last game is at home to Wolves.
This is a huge fixture. Not just for Chelsea, but for Wolves as well.
I think this is going to be one of the games to watch.
Yes.
I definitely think it is because it's going to decide third place for Chelsea, whether they manage to get it or not. And obviously Wolves are there. They're wanting to try and get level on points with Leicester. So yeah, both teams. You know, I quite like the way both teams play. I think Chelsea are going to go into next season hopefully with some confidence. A couple of good signings for them already so far.
Yeah,
with talk of a new keeper because Kepa has not been anywhere near the 70 odd million that they paid for him. And Wolves, you know, they've got a brilliant team. They've got
yeah, they're impressive, aren't they, Wolves?
We say it all the time.
Really impressive.
Wolves has got something special there.
I would like to see Wolves win this one, so I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves. Reece, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
I think Chelsea will pull it out just when they need to.
They've got the players that can do it. Mason Mount's been really good, so we'll just have to see what sort of team they put out.
Yeah,
it'll be a strong side from both teams in this.
I'm
game.
also going to go 2-1 Wolves. I think this will be a game where it's going to be back and forth, but I still think that Wolves are going to take this.
I'm not so sure. I think Chelsea will pull a result out when they need to. They know that they need to win to definitely secure their top 4 spot.
But you need Wolves to win because then Man United can finish third.
Yes, and we can go straight in without any qualifying for the Champions League.
And that is a big thing.
That is a big thing for you.
Although 3rd and 4th, to be fair, isn't that great because you're guaranteed to be in with at least 2 top seeds from 2 pots. So wherever we get next year, we're going to be in with some stinky teams. You're looking at your Juventus, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, teams like this that are going to finish like Bayern Munich, obviously.
It'll make the Champions League podcast interesting.
Oh yes.
I can see it being quite a. Well, if we do get in the top 4 with a huge if, that's going to make it very interesting next season. So I say 2-1 Chelsea on that one. I see them pulling
Chelsea
out when they need it.
Yeah, spot on. Right, Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspurs. What are you thinking, Reece?
A game that means absolutely nothing to any of them. I don't think Mourinho will want to lose. I think he'll want to finish the season on a high, really. Although they'll probably play stinky, boring football again. Just reeks of Mourinho, doesn't it? Stinks of Mourinho.
It gets results.
I'll be honest, I'm going to say 2-0 Tottenham. I think Palace have been in horrendous form. And if the listeners cast their mind back to when we've done the Bundesliga podcast, Crystal Palace just remind me of Schalke.
No, I don't want to talk about that. Let's just get on with that.
Sam, just get on with it, mate. Stop being a child.
I'm going to go 3-1 Tottenham.
And I'm hoping that Reece doesn't get this one wrong, because I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs as well.
I'm hoping that he doesn't get this wrong, because I'll be wrong.
Well, Palace have lost the last 3 games 2-0.
So it's definitely going to be 3-0. So it's definitely going to be 3-0
to Palace.
100%.
We always love a good wrong way bet.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything on that game.
Nothing more to say. Right, an interesting game. Everton Bournemouth. Obviously, Bournemouth are one of the 3 teams at the bottom that can still go down. They
They'll be
need more
fighting.
luck than anybody.
They'll
Do you
be
know
fighting
what
all
I
over.
think about this fixture? I hope Bournemouth win. I want to see them stay up, to be honest. I just like them, mate.
Yeah,
I just
I
love
love
the
them.
story of
Yeah.
everything that they've been through, nearly going out of business, getting promoted up the leagues. I just want them to do well, mate. I think Eddie Howe deserves better than what he's got this year. Look, say what you want. They've not done well, and they've been nowhere near what they have been in the last few seasons. I just think I'd love to, from a sentimental point of view, I'd love to see Bournemouth stay up. But it's a tough bloody ass to go to Everton and win, innit?
It is, mate. I think if Bournemouth do go down, they'll be like Newcastle. They'll come straight back up.
I say, I'm not so sure,
I
mate.
think they will, mate. I think Bournemouth come straight
Depends.
back up.
You know, with every team that goes down, I think a lot depends on who you keep hold of. You know, there's a lot of teams. Look at Leeds; they've just come back up. They've been out of the Premier League
16 years,
16
mate.
years. You know, they ended up selling all their best players, and obviously that didn't do them any favours. Newcastle, I don't know. The second time we went down, we bought a lot of good Championship players. Rafa did something I thought was quite good. He bought some very good Championship players to make a very good Championship team with the players that we had left over. And, you know, we survived. But you've still got to have a bit of money to spend. If they lose players like Callum Wilson, Josh King,
Okay.
Nathan Ake, there's a lot of talk of him going to even Man City.
I think Jefferson Lerma as well. I think
Jefferson Lerma.
who they paid 20 odd million quid for. I think he'll go.
Brooks.
Yeah, he's bound to go. He's got he is too good to not have a move in the Premier League.
He's good enough for the Premiership.
100%.
You lose them, you know, if you don't quite sign players that are of the same level or as good, you know, the signings might not work out. They could end up being stuck in there. But like I say, it is a bit sentimental. I wouldn't want to see Bournemouth go down. I think out of the 3, then they're nearly nailed on to be one of the teams to go down, because if they win, Aston Villa and Watford have to lose
Yeah.
for them to even stand a chance of staying up. And you know, they're then relying on 2 other results. So I think it's their safety is out of their hands.
Yeah, and this is the problem, isn't it? I think this is the main issue with with winning the league, fighting for Europe, relegation. It's always just leave it in your own hands.
Yeah.
Leave your own fate up to yourselves. Don't rely on anybody else.
Yeah.
Because this is the problem that Bournemouth have now. They're relying on Aston Villa and Watford to lose by at least 1 or 2 goals and them win. That's a big ask.
Yeah, sure is, mate.
It's probably the worst team to play away from home as well, Everton.
Especially in Angelo's side and all, innit? That's...
Yeah, because they're pretty solid defensively,
exactly.
and I know they've not been great since the restart, but you can guarantee they won't be as bad next season.
No, and they've had a good, you know, they've just won, so the team morale will be up a little bit, and you'll be thinking, I'd want to end the season on a good result.
Yeah, definitely.
So on this one, I'm going to go 2-1 Everton, because I do think Everton will.
Have I actually given you a score for this one?
No, I haven't either, mate.
No,
It's
no,
all right.
no.
Everton, oh God, this hurts. I'm going to say 1-0 Everton.
1-0 Everton for Reece.
As much as I want to see Bournemouth stay up, I can't give them a result. I'm going to have to go 3-0 Everton. I can't see Bournemouth beating Everton. I might be completely wrong, but I really want to see Bournemouth stay up. But
We're very rarely right on these
Unfortunately.
predictors, as we've proved in the past few weeks.
yeah, but
You
unfortunately,
never know.
no. Should we get
Leicester Man United.
big game for both teams?
Look, without bias, I genuinely think this, apart from West Ham versus Aston Villa, this is probably the biggest game
Yes.
in the Premier League on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 3rd playing 5th in Man United, Leicester, and you've got 4th playing 6th, Chelsea Wolves.
That's mad, that,
So
innit?
those 2 games,
Yeah.
you know, that could all massively flip round depending on the results. I think Leicester have had a good season. I think Man United, since the restart, I say the restart, since Bruno Fernandes has come into the side, they have looked so much better. I still think defensively they need some improvements. I think everyone's jumping on De Gea for making some mistakes. It's difficult being a keeper. I'm not a keeper. I've played in goal for quite a few 11-a-side games. It's hard work.
It's not easy.
Whether you've got 4 lads in front of you don't know, or 4 lads that you've played with forever, it's still a tough job. But I'm going to actually turn and say I think Man United will win this, and I think that they will win 2-0. I'm going to back Man United for a 2-0 win.
You're going to be pretty surprised with mine.
I probably will, mate.
I'm going to say 2-1 Leicester. I'm sorry, mate. I think Leicester are too hard to handle at home. I'm going to go 2-1.
Just for the listeners, Reece gave Sam a look there. I would never want to be on the receiving end of that look.
Nah, I'm sorry, mate.
Do you know the worst thing is I'm going 2-1 Leicester?
Exactly.
I just have a very, very bad feeling about this.
I know.
I can't help but think that if Vardy gets a chance, he'll score.
Yeah.
And I do not fancy Harry Maguire, who looks like he's trying to run through quicksand at the best of times. I do not fancy Lindelof or Maguire to catch Jamie Vardy.
Yeah.
Because the problem is with the way that we play, we could play right into Leicester's hands because they can play on the counter. And this is what really worries me.
For pace, you're relying on Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, and I think Vardy's got a bit too much guile for him.
Yeah.
I'm going against everything that I stand for. I've gone for a 2-1 Leicester win. I hope I'm not right, but I just have a really bad feeling with how we've played in these last 2 games. I just have a really bad feeling.
I'm back. I'm going to back Man United. I don't usually. Little fact for you here. Well, not a fact really. My dad is a Man United fan and has been for years. Don't follow football massively, but obviously when he was a lad, George Best.
Yep, fair.
That was the player of my dad's era, really.
That's fair.
He's bought a little baby grow for my little un.
Oh, God.
Yes, he has.
Lizzie opened it up.
Yes, he has.
Pulled it out, and I saw it was red. And I looked at my dad, and I was like, "No, you haven't." And it says on the front, "I'm going to be a Man United fan like my granddad." Nice. And I cannot have my son wearing that.
Go on, Grandaddo. Get in there.
Definitely not.
This is what we're talking about. This is what this kid needs, that influence of his granddad in his life.
Does not.
So
what a guy.
I will not.
This is fantastic.
I will not need you to ring child cruelty because I will not be putting him in the red of Man United.
I'll be honest, I was going to call the Nobel Peace Prize and ask for an award for him. Wow.
So
okay.
yeah,
I wasn't expecting that, to be honest.
So yeah, I'm going to back Man United. The other half of Manchester, the blue half.
Oh God.
Playing Norwich.
I've got mine in my head already.
Go on then, Sam. He's putting money on this.
I'm going 7-0 City.
Sorry?
If 7-0 City, mate. If City turn up, they are going to absolutely whitewash Norwich. Go on. Say something high. Say a high score in this.
No, I was going to go high, but I'm going to go that high. I'm going to say 4-0 City.
City cannot stop scoring goals. They score for fun. It's simple as.
They score for fun, but Tim Krul has made the second most amount of saves.
What does that say
in the
to you?
Premiership.
What does that say?
Norwich
It says that Norwich concede a lot of goals.
And their defence is
Concede a lot of
shit.
shots.
That's what it shows. Their defence is horrendous. But no, this is only going one way. This game.
I think it's only going.
It's only going one way.
Only going one way. I can't see it. But yeah, interesting fact is, as of last week, Tim Krul had made 121 saves.
Oh, Stato's back.
Stato!
Stato.
Here, Waddo, the ginger
121.
maestro's been replaced.
Yep.
We've now got
Ginger's been
Stato,
replaced.
number 2, who's become number 1, if that made any sense whatsoever.
No, it didn't.
So yeah, Tim Krul to probably make about 10 saves. but I think
And still lose 6
Still
now.
lose.
Probably lose about 6, 7, yeah.
I'm gonna go 5, just so that I'm a little bit different to Reese, but I don't think it's quite as high as 7. I don't think. Yeah. Another high scoring game on the cards: Newcastle versus Liverpool. Sam, what we saying?
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0 Liverpool.
Yeah. I think because Liverpool have won the league, I think, and I'm going to say it again, I think they'll just play young kids. Harvey Elliott will play. That Brandon, whatever, I can't remember the other lad that plays in the middle for him, with the long Curtis Jones, he'll play. They'll play a young scout.
He's a very ugly guy. Have you seen him?
I don't really want to say.
Very strange looking
He might
lad.
listen to the podcast. He might come beat me up, but I very rarely does. But no, I think Liverpool are going to play young kids in that game. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Regardless of what team Liverpool put out, the injury concerns that Newcastle have got, in the terms of we've barely got a fit defence. I will probably. We might nick one. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. I think Alan St Maximum to score a screamer on John Joe Shelby to whip a free kick in.
Sky bet's looking great for that. I'm going to say 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 to the Liverpool. Okay. Right, Southampton versus Sheffield United. Sam, what are you thinking on this one?
This should be a good game, this. It will. It'll be a very, very good game. Wow, I'm sorry, but we just started watching Liverpool and Trent Alexander-Arnold just got an absolute worldie of a free kick.
We have to talk about this because we're all distracted by
Wow.
Well, top four's looking great for us. My move's just got a lot better.
No, going back onto Sheffield United Southampton, I think this game's only going one way as well. I think this is going for a draw, this. I think this has got a draw it all over it, this. Southampton can score, but they have to rely on one player. Sheffield United, I don't think I've got a lot to play for now. I'm going to go 2-2 this game.
2-2 for Sam. I think the Southampton have drawn quite a few games recently. Sheffield United lost the last 2 games. It is still quite an interesting. I think it'll be an interesting game. The team's not too far away. Not really anything to fight for. But I'm going to go 2-1 Southampton. I think another couple for Danny Ings probably.
Be nice if he gets a golden boot as well.
I'm not sure what to go with in this game, you know.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one, really.
It is, because both teams have done reasonably well. Southampton are now safe. Sheffield United can't get into Europe. I'm going to say 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay.
It's just the last one, is it?
Last game. West Ham versus Aston Villa.
What a big
This
game.
is another game, this. A big game, this, for both teams.
West Ham now safe, but Villa desperate for the points to stay up on the last game.
Villa need these points, mate.
Villa do. They've got the best goal difference, but it's only by 1 goal. There's not a lot in it. I think that a draw against Everton and a win against Arsenal. Yeah, I don't think any of us expected them to beat Arsenal.
Didn't they beat Palace as well?
They beat Palace as well. That's some decent results. Drawing away, Goodison, good result. I just see a bit of I see a draw on this. I think we're going to see a 2-2 draw. And I think that point could well be enough for Aston Villa, looking at the fact that I don't think Watford will beat Arsenal, and Bournemouth I don't think will beat Everton, so I think Villa might end up being the safe team.
I hope not.
I think West Ham are going to win this game.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think West Ham are going to win 2-0.
2-0 West Ham win for Reese.
I'm going 1-0 West Ham.
1-0 West Ham.
Yeah, I can see West Ham being Aston Villa, and I really hope they do, and I'll send them lot down.
I'd usually say a West Ham win, but with it being the last game of the season,
You don't know what's going to happen, do
you
you?
don't know what's going to happen, and I think that with West Ham being safe, Villa are desperate for the points, and like I say, coming off a 1-0 win against Arsenal, you know, I'd like to see. I don't want to see Villa stay up. I'd rather see Bournemouth stay up out of the three. But I think they've got the hard. It's like we were saying earlier. I think they've got to be relying on everyone else too much. That I just think, unfortunately, their time might be up.
Yeah, bit unfortunate, but these things do happen in the Premier League. It's a cruel game sometimes.
It is.
Shall we quickly run through the relegations then before we get into the quiz?
Yeah, I mean we've covered most of it. You know, it's down to those last three teams. Looking at the results, I think that potentially it's going to be Bournemouth and Watford that go down.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I think it's going to be Bournemouth and Watford. Watford have changed the manager at just the wrong time.
Wrong time to
They've
do it.
They've really done themselves over. And you know what? In a strange sort of way, I kind of hope that they do go down, because in a way that'll show the Pozzos, right, you keep making decisions like that, this is the sort of thing that happens.
That's what's going to happen.
They've gone through a lot of managers, haven't they, Watford, in the last few years.
I think it's scandalous, mate. I think it's absolutely scandalous.
Let's not get on with it because we'll be here for hours. We'll reach
Yeah.
about
No,
it.
honestly, I was really annoyed at this. I was really annoyed when I saw that
I
they'd
was
sacked
as
Pearson.
well,
I thought, why now?
Yeah,
Why?
Worst time
At
to sack him.
this stage of the season, when you could do with that little bit of solidarity and that little bit of consistency, what's a new manager going to do in this time? Nothing. There's nothing that they can do. There's no, you know, if Mourinho came into this or Pep, would he be in any better of a position than Nigel Pearson?
No.
You know, they can't buy anyone. You know, they've got the players they've got. The results have obviously shown that it's not been great. I think Watford have got some very good players in that side, and it will be a shame to see them go down. But then it also enables teams like Newcastle, for instance, the opportunity to buy some good players from a recently relegated team.
Yeah.
Because if we sign someone like Decore
Capu. I
Or
think
Capu
Capu's a good shout.
to sit in the middle with John Joe Shelby, I mean, Bentaleb hasn't really done enough, I think.
No.
I think he's the sort of player that we're looking for.
Just not him.
But just not him. I think, if we did sign Capoue to sit in there with Shelby, like Isaac Hayden's been doing, but just someone that's maybe a little bit better, or to support Hayden when he's injured or anything, give us that other option. Or even if we then decide to go for the three in the centre, I think it's stand us in good stead.
I also think with players like Pereira, I think he's really underrated,
Yeah,
and he had a good season for Watford last year.
He did.
I think Newcastle could take a punt on somebody like that.
Delafeu as well. He won't be there if they go down.
No.
No way.
Delafeu will have options everywhere. I mean, he was at Barca for a bit.
Everton.
Pereira, I rate him as a player.
He was at Juve.
A very, very good player. How he would fit into our system, I'm not sure, unless you was to stick Almiron and St Maximum out wide and have him through the middle, something like that. That might work, but I'd be happy to have a few players that Andre Gray. I'd probably take him.
Yeah.
Danny Welbeck.
He's not really had a shout out. Danny Welbeck.
I'd have Danny Welbeck in a flash.
We've probably been linked to him in the past before.
Yeah, we have.
It's going to be an interesting one.
It is. So you two are saying Watford and Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I'm saying Watford and Bournemouth.
I'm going to go Watford and Villa. I don't think Villa are going to stay up.
So you think Bournemouth?
No, that's what he wants to happen.
No, that's what you want to happen.
He's not using any logic in there. He's just what he wants to happen.
Nah, I'll go Bournemouth and Watford then.
Told you.
I just don't want to see Villa go up, mate.
Told
Let's
you.
stay up.
No. I don't either.
I don't want to see him stay up. What they did was we always got relegated. Deserve everything to get when they go down. Yeah. But that's a different topic.
I knew that's why.
Topic.
Yeah,
I knew that was coming. I don't like Villa for that, but I think it was our own downfall that year.
It was.
I don't think it had a lot to do with Villa. It just was a boring last game.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
It's that time of the night. It's quiz time.
It's quiz time!
I'm not looking forward to this one bit.
So Reese's turn to do the quiz.
Yes, it is, my friend. 10 questions, courtesy of Google. Absolutely.
Google.
Google.
Absolutely fantastic. I've got some belters in here. Are we ready, gentlemen?
Not really.
Yes, we're ready.
I know for a fact you're going to get at least 2 of these, Sam.
Woohoo!
Not really. Joke, it's well hard. Right. Are you ready for question 1, gentlemen?
Yes.
Yep.
How many players are there in a rugby league team? So that's a starting certain amount of players.
I was hoping you were going to slip up there and give us the...
I nearly did. Very nearly.
Okay.
Have we both got an answer, gentlemen?
Got an answer.
Samuel's cogs in his brain are turning.
Should know.
Or attempting
I
to.
should know this. You used to play rugby, so I should
I
know
don't
it.
really watch rugby, but...
Yeah, but did you play rugby union or rugby league?
League. Union.
Yeah, I've answered. You answered?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, I've got mine.
Question number 2. How many world titles has Phil Taylor won at darts? Them cogs are really going in your brain, aren't they, Sam?
Is quite a lot. An acceptable
I'm
answer.
gonna say this, but I don't
He's what?
Quite a lot. Is quite a lot.
I'm afraid I can't take that. It's quite a lot acceptable. Quite a lot.
more than a few.
That's one of them things you'd see on Facebook, you know, where kids have wrote down an answer on
Yeah.
a test paper. It's quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Oh dear. Have you got an answer, Sam?
Yeah.
Have you got an answer, Adam?
Yes.
Question number 3. What is the national sport of Japan?
Oh.
I think this is a good question, you know.
It's a good question, that. That is a real...
Does it have to be spelt right?
Yes.
Well, as long as you know what you're saying when it comes to the answers, I don't really think it matters.
Yeah. I think it's this.
Have you got an answer, Adam?
No, but... I'll come
Oh,
back
no,
to
it's
that.
not. Oh, I'll go with this, but I don't think it is.
You going to come back to it, Ads?
Yeah, I'll come back to that one.
Question number 4. In football, what is the nickname of the Belgian national team?
I know this.
I'm really trying hard not to
know.
laugh here because I
know
can
it.
see Sam pulling some
I know
right
it.
faces.
The thing is, I know it, but I just can't remember. I know what the nickname is, but I just can't remember what. Oh, I'll go with this. Yeah, good question, that.
Yeah, go for
Have
it.
you got one?
Yeah.
Question number 5. What African country was the first to ever qualify for a World Cup? This is tough. This is a tough question. You got an answer?
Yeah.
You got one, Ads?
Yeah.
Just tell me when you finish, mate, and I'll move on.
Yeah.
Question number 6. At which Olympics did Kelly Holmes win 2 gold medals? I want the place and the year for a point. Sam was straight off the rip with that one. I can hear his pen going.
I think it's this.
Yeah.
So,
If it's not this, it's the year.
so
If it's not this, it's the year after.
just to repeat the question, at which Olympics did Kelly Holmes win 2 gold medals? I want the name of the place where the Olympics was held and the year it was in.
Can you give me a clue? What?
No.
What did she do?
Sam, I can't give you a clue because it'll give it away.
She was running.
That was it. Yeah. I thought she was a hurdlist, but she's not.
Question
I'm
7, please.
Question number 7. For which 5 clubs has Nicholas Anelka played for in the Premier League?
You want them all?
There is 5.
It's a good question, that.
Gets your brain going, doesn't it?
Question.
1, 2,
'Cause I've nailed 4.
Yeah, I've got 4. I can't remember the other one is. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I fucking do. Of course I know what it is.
Sam?
Yeah.
Are you got an answer, Hads, or do you want me to give you a few seconds?
Give me a couple of seconds.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure I've got this. If I ain't got this, I'll be annoyed.
I thought you'd get this one.
I was like him. I got 4, but and then it just clicked on me.
Right, I've got 5, but I don't think the last one's right.
Okay, you ready to move on?
Yeah.
Question number 8. I'd be very surprised if you two don't get this. Which football player was banned from European competitions for headbutting Joe Jordan back in 2011?
Oh, what's it? Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's the one.
I can see Joe
Yeah,
Jordan.
I can see who it is. I just can't remember who it
You're
is.
going to kick yourself if you don't
Yeah,
get
I've
this.
got it. I've got it.
Right, I've had a guess.
I'm sure it's this player.
I've done terrible. Go on.
I know who he plays for.
Question number 9. Who are the 2 top scorers in Scottish Premier League history?
I ain't got a clue. I have not got a Scooby-Doo. Oh, what's his name?
Dave.
Oh,
Alan. Steve. Alan.
I'm going to put his first name because I don't know his name. Don't give me the point if I don't get it. I'll be annoyed. I know his first name. Go on.
We've
I've
both
got it.
answers.
I've got it.
Or do you want me to give you a few seconds?
No, I've got it. I'll be annoyed if I don't get that.
Are we ready, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Question number 10. Who was the first non-Premier League side in 23 years to knock Manchester United out of the FA Cup?
None.
Who was the first non-Premier League side in 23 years to knock Manchester United out of the FA Cup?
How long ago?
So I want the year and the team that knocked him out.
I ain't got a clue.
You're on the year as well.
I haven't got
Yeah.
a clue. I'll have a guess.
Mine's a guess as well.
I ain't got a clue on this.
Are we ready, gentlemen?
Yeah.
I've done shocking.
Yeah, I have.
Really let myself down.
I'm surprised, Adam. I'm surprised.
I'm gonna kick myself with some of them.
Yeah, I am as well.
Are we ready for the answers, gentlemen?
Yeah.
So, question number 1 was how many players are there in a rugby league team? Who wants to do the honours?
Is it 15?
Incorrect.
Or is it 16?
Incorrect.
I put 15.
might be
but
18.
I'm not sure.
Incorrect. Do you want me to give you the answer?
Yeah, go on.
Rugby Union's 15.
Oh, fuck.
Rugby
yeah.
League is 13.
Yeah, that was it. I was thinking of Union. I knew Union was 15.
You wasn't far away, to be honest.
I knew one of them.
It's a tough one because you can get
Yeah.
tricked into thinking that they're both 15, but they're not. Rugby League play with 2 less players.
I thought Union was 15. When I played rugby, it was just 15 because we played Union. Yeah, crack on, next one.
Did any of you get a point on that one?
No.
Okay.
Union both said 15.
Question number 2. How many world titles has Phil Taylor won at darts?
I put 17.
I put 13.
You was 1 out, Adam. 16.
Is
Oh.
it?
16.
I knew it was one of few, hadn't
I knew it was quite. I knew it was
Quite a lot.
quite a lot. Just
Right. Did any of you get a point on that one,
No.
gentlemen?
No.
Question number 3. What is the national sport of Japan?
I've gone jiu-jitsu, but I don't think it's a karate, innit?
Incorrect.
I put karate.
No. Sumo wrestling.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, of course it is.
Same.
Fuck, yeah. Yeah, next.
Anybody got a point?
Nah, not yet.
Okay.
Good questions, these.
Number 4. In football, what is the nickname of the Belgian national team?
I ain't got a clue.
I've gone bruises, but it's bruises.
No.
What is it?
The Red Devils.
The thing is, I can see the mascot in my head.
Yeah.
I can see the mascot, but I just couldn't remember what it was.
I'll be straight up with you. I didn't actually know the nickname of the Belgian national team.
I thought it was the Brussels.
Well, no, I don't know many national teams that have got
Nah, I don't, mate.
that many nicknames,
No,
really.
no, not really. Question number 5. What African country was the first to ever qualify for a World Cup?
Is it Congo?
No.
I put Cameroon.
No. Egypt.
Oh, yeah, because the class is a African team, aren't they?
It's a North African
Yeah,
country.
of course it is. Yeah. Next.
Question number 6. At which Olympics did Kelly Holmes win 2 gold medals?
Go on.
I put Athens.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
That's one part.
But I put 2008, and I don't think that's the right year, is it?
Is it 2004?
It is.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Athens 2004.
See,
and I remember because I was sat watching it at my nana and granddad's.
Was
I remember
Australia
it.
2008 then?
No, that was Beijing.
Yeah, No, Beijing was 2012.
No, London was 2012.
Yeah,
We had the Olympics.
Oh, of course,
20.
yeah, it was, 'cause I put
Usain Bolt broke the world record in 08. So, nobody get a point on
No,
that?
but I'm sure I've got a point on this one.
Right, question number 7. For which 5 clubs in the Premier League has Nicolas Anelka played for?
Go on if you think you've got it.
Bolton,
That's 1,
Arsenal,
2,
Chelsea,
3.
West Ham. Yes, he's played for West Ham. Yes, he has.
No, he hasn't.
Go on, who else?
West Brom.
No.
Yes, yes, he has.
No,
yes,
he hasn't.
Yes,
Sam,
he has
Sam,
played for West Brom. I will
Sam,
search it up.
Sam,
he played for West Bromwich
Sam.
Albion.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
Sam, he hasn't. He hasn't. I'm telling you, Sam.
I put Arsenal, Bolton, Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool.
Correct.
That's bollocks. He has played
It's
for West
not,
Bromwich
Sam.
Albion.
It's not. I'm
yes,
telling
he has,
you.
because he got banned. He has played for West
He
Bromwich
hasn't.
Albion.
I'm telling you now, he hasn't played for West Ham or West Brom.
We'll have
That is
this
bollocks.
argument after the podcast.
That is bollocks. He's played for West Brom.
He
Question
hasn't.
8.
Question number 8. Which football player was banned from European competitions for headbutting Joe Jordan back in 2011?
Have you got it?
I put Gattuso.
It is Gattuso.
It is Gattuso. Question number 9. Who are the 2 top scorers in Premier League, Scottish Premier League history?
I've said Lee Griffiths and Chris Sutton.
Nope.
None of them right.
Henrik Larsson.
That's 1.
And I had a guess. I put Chris Boyd for the second one. Cause I forgot it.
Fuck off.
Yeah!
There you go.
My boy!
Henrik Larsson and Chris Boyd.
See, I said,
And I was thinking he did
That's
absolutely
it.
shocking.
I said Chris, but I couldn't. I don't know if it was Sutton or Boyd.
Well, he was on the right line. Right.
Question
number 10. Who was the first non-Premier League side in 23 years to knock Manchester United out of the FA Cup?
I've said Notts County 2000.
Nope.
I put Cambridge United.
Nope.
Oh,
Who was it?
2010, Leeds United.
oh.
Oh, of course.
Jermaine Beckford.
Yeah, Jermaine Beckford won it. Yeah, but I want a non-league side.
Non-Premier League.
Oh.
I even repeated myself and said non-Premier League.
I want a point for that because he has played for West Brom.
He hasn't,
After this
Sam.
podcast, I want to search this up.
I'm telling you now, I can search it right now. Nicolas Anelka has not played for West Bromwich Albion.
I got the question right, so I'm not arguing. Because I think he has played for him, but I don't
I'm sure
know.
he's played for
Yes,
West Brom.
he's played 12 games
For West Brom? I thought, yeah. What about West Ham?
No,
No.
no West Ham.
I knew he'd played for West Brom because they released him because he went to a prison or something.
Was it in the Premier League?
Yes, they played in the Premier League. It was the year they got relegated.
Yeah.
Good quiz.
Yeah.
I knew he'd played for West Brom, but I wasn't too sure about West
That
Brom.
was surprising, that, actually, because I would have thought that would have come up in the answers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty surprised, actually, because it even mentions Bolton in there at the time the quiz was done. They weren't even in the Premier League, so I'm surprised it didn't mention that, actually.
But I'm happy with
Yeah,
that.
I'm happy with that. So well done, gentlemen. And Sam's doing the next quiz.
I am. Looking forward to it.
So, are we ready to wrap up, gents?
Yeah,
So
let's
is there
wrap it
anything
up.
else you want to talk about? Or?
No, that's it, mate.
No.
Thanks for
Next
everyone.
podcast will be interesting.
Yeah, next podcast will be good. This podcast was brought to you, sponsored by sixmedia.co.uk. And, yeah, if that's everything, gentlemen, we'll say our goodbyes.
Yeah, that's it. thank you very much again.
Thank you very much.
Go
Thank
check
you,
out our
and
Spotify
good
as well.
night.
Au revoir.